Houdini just got a really good upgrade to its lighting through this new free plugin called Wildlights. So let's take a look at what it is. So if we jump on over to the Wildlights website, I'll leave a link to this in the description, but it's wildlightshdr.com. If you go over here, you can download it and there's some different information on this. So basically what this is, it's a free plugin for Houdini that allows you to download and manage your HDRIs, or specifically the ones from this website. I've given Alex, the creator of this, he's actually the guy that created, or sorry, not created, but that coded the NPM solver for Houdini. So he knows what he's doing. Very, very smart guy. He asked me to take a look at this and give him some feedback. So I've given him some feedback. And right now, you can only manage your HDRIs that you have downloaded through this. Hopefully that'll change at some point in the future, but there's a bunch of different HDRIs here. We're going to take a look at all that, but jump on over to this website. You can download it. There's a different EULA information here. Take a look through that, download it, and install it. And then we can jump over to Houdini, and we can drop down this Wildlights plugin. So what this is going to do is it's going to give us a dome light, and it's going to give us this UI. So what we have here is basically a HDRI manager. This is going to allow us to download a bunch of different HDRIs that are all available through the website. So there is an absolute ton here, lots of different HDRIs, and they're all free to use. So that's really awesome to see. And we have a search here. So this is where the AI stuff comes into this. So if we go ahead and type in something like forest, it's going to take a second here to load a model from Hugging Face, I believe is where it's downloaded from, and it's loading it from. So you'll have that installed when you install this, this plugin. So this allows it to basically look through the different metadata of the HDRIs and all the information that comes with them, and look through the HDRI information and give you a search result that works based off of kind of what you type in here. So we have typed in here forest. So everything that is related to a forest, or thinks it's related to a forest, is going to pop up here at the top. It doesn't actually hide anything. It's just going to be like a sortation. That way at the bottom, if we go down here, it's going to be basically like an inverse search of whatever you typed in here. So buildings here are going to be basically the exact opposite of a forest. So they're going to appear at the bottom. So we can also put in an image here, and that's going to do an image search and try to match an HDRI based off of your image. He does a really good job of explaining this and showing it off, so I'm going to leave him to that. It's on the website. You can take a look at it. He also goes through basically all of the different stuff here. So I'm going to cover kind of some of this stuff as well, but he does a really good job of explaining it all. But this will take an image input here. It's going to search the HDRIs. It's going to try to find the one that matches, and it's going to rotate the HDR around to try to match the lighting. And it actually does a pretty decent job. He shows it in this video, so take a look at that. Then we have some different filters here. So if we wanted to, we can just look at overcast HDRIs. You can see that these are all basically overcast here. We can search, based off of maybe night, and then we get just night ones. So lots of different ways to sort through these. We can search based off of their white balance, so we can increase that or lower that to get a different set of HDRIs. You can also play around with the dynamic range, and that's going to filter out the ones that are outside of that criteria. So you can get kind of exactly what you want with this. And then we have our resolution here. So over here we have a quota. So your quota is going to be your basically how many you can download each day. That's going to be capped at 3 gigabytes for the moment. It may increase in the future, but right now it's capped at 3 gigabytes for you guys. He's upped it a little bit for me, so we can take a look at some stuff here. But it's going to also show that with your information here in your HDRIs. So currently we have this set at 4K. You can see that these are all basically 93 megabytes, 92, 93, somewhere in there. If we set this down to 1K, you can see that they drop down to like 6 megabytes. So that's going to tell you how much of these are going to take up out of your download limit. And then we can go all the way up to 22K. And that's basically going to give you one download a day. So play around with 1K while you're experimenting, and then you can go up to whatever you need, 8K, 22K, once you have those that chosen the one that you want. So also, if I go over to the 4K here, you can see that there is this little green little icon here in the top right. That's going to say that that is downloaded, and it's specifically at that resolution. So this is 4K. If I drop down to 2K, that goes away because I don't have this downloaded at the 2K resolution. So if I go ahead and double click this at that 4K resolution, we can load that in there. Looks like I got some sort of an error here. So let's go ahead and try that again. My computer just crashed from this Windows update. So let's go ahead, load that back in. I don't think that was any way related to this. But let's go ahead and switch over to Karma's CPU, and you can see that we have our HDRI in here. Now to bring this back up, once you've closed it, you can just type in Wildlights again. And it's going to bring up that UI again. So if I wanted to, let's say, use a different one, maybe I wanted this, I can go ahead and click on that. It's going to download that, and then it's going to apply that in our scene here. You can see it's go ahead and updated our HDRI here. Now, if you don't have a light selected, it should create one for you. So let's go ahead and do that again. So it's created another dome light. So one of the things of feedback that I gave him was the ability to swap between them without having to close the UI. So he's implemented that already. So you can just click over to this dome light here. So we're on this HDRI here. Let's say I wanted to change it back to this one. I can go ahead and click that, and it's going to go ahead and switch that over. So now these are the two. These two are the exact same. If I wanted to then switch this one back to the other one, again, we can just double click that with that light selected, and it's going to automatically change that over for us. So whatever light that you have selected, it's going to give you that, it's going to update that light, I should say. So just keep that in mind. And then you can also go up to the shelves. There's a shelf tool that you can use if you want to bring up the UI or place a light as well. But let's go ahead and let's maybe download a larger one. Let's go, I don't know, is there anything that's like a studio light? So it's going to take a second. It should only take a second to load that up once you have loaded it up once. Let's look through some of these. Maybe this one looks pretty nice. Let's go ahead and up this up to 22K. And it looks like that one actually doesn't go up probably to that full size. Max resolution is 13K on this one. So let's find another one that's nice. Maybe this, oh, nope, that one's only 13K as well. Let's see. Let's find one that has that full 22K resolution. This one will work, sure. Let's download that one. And it'll take a second here, but we can look through all of these and decide which one that we want. Like I said, at your lower resolution, and then just double click on them to download them. It's going to update your quota as you go. So if you download a bunch, you're going to see that drop down. Like I said, it is a daily thing. So you'll have to maybe wait 24 hours to download it if you downloaded a bunch on the day already. So if you do need more, you can reach out to him. If you have any suggestions on how to make this better, then you can reach out to Alex as well. I think there's an email on the website, contact email. You can reach out to him and let him know your thoughts. And then maybe if something that he thinks is worth implementing, then he'll probably get that implemented. So test this out, give it a try yourself, and let's take a look at this full 22K HDRI. Since that has loaded in, give it a second to load into our render. I should have probably stopped our render before I applied that light. This is going to take a minute to load in, I would guess. It is pretty large there. Yep, so we got that all loaded up. Let's go ahead and disable our background and our grid, and our light. And you can see we have our light here. So as I said, if you use that image search, it's going to try to place the HDRI in an orientation that is going to match the lighting that you put in. But you can see that these are super high quality, very, very nice. You can use them as backgrounds or whatever. Very, very high quality here. So play around with them. There's lots of different HDRIs there. Like I said, this is going to be in the description. I wanted to just let you guys know about this because I think this is super awesome. Just in talking to Alex about it, there's some things that I think he's going to work on getting implemented. And if he is able to expand this to work with your libraries of HDRIs that you've already downloaded, then I think this will become one of the best lighting tools that we have here in Houdini, and it's completely free. So huge shout out to him for putting this together and creating this and letting us all use it for free. But go ahead and download this, play around with it, and see what you think. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this has helped you out, and have a good day.